we have a lot of single mothers or women that want to go back to work that haven't worked in years. So they walk around you. So I started off part-time, then I went full-time, then I went back to part-time. When I had my second child, I went part-time again. But now, like, they walk with you so you can work evenings, weekends, whichever suits your home life.
Aisling, it's so good to have you here today.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your journey with Bluebird Care.
So I joined Bluebird Care in 2016 as a healthcare assistant. Previously to that, I had my own business and I was after becoming a mother, and I was too stressed. I needed a bit of work-life balance. Yeah. So I was looking for a change of career. I was always interested in care. My grandmother had Alzheimer's and she came to live with my parents. Okay. So I'd seen that side of it. There was no healthcare assistance in those days. There was no help. So my parents done it all, and I just felt I wanted to give something back. So I went for Bluebird Care.
When you started your journey initially as a healthcare worker, you didn't have a background in that necessarily, but you kind of, from your family life.
Yeah. You can do work as your training, so I was able to join the company and do the training in the evening. Then there's a lot of, like, when you start first, you do shadow shifts, so you're with a senior carer, so you're learning from them. Right. Any questions you have, you can ask them. There's a lot of hands-on. Then you have supervisors, you have managers. They all support you in the role.
Brilliant. So by the time you're out in the field, you feel very confident, obviously.
Yeah, there's plenty of support there. Like.
How did you find your feet? How did you make this yours? Like, what would you say the characteristics are for someone in your line of work in the healthcare industry and to be part of the Bluebird Care team?
Empathy, compassion, patience, understanding, communication, listening to them as well, and very important.
And talk to me about, like, the rewards that you feel in your position and what being a healthcare provider, what that feels like.
Well, it makes you feel like a better person because you know you're helping them, you're keeping them at home, you're looking after them in their environment. That's where they want to be for as long as they can be. So it's self-worth and it's satisfaction from the job.
What do you think the advantages are that people get to stay at home when they're under Bluebird Care?
There's loads of advantages. Most people want to be in their home. Very rare that they want to go into a care home, or because they have their family, they have their environment, all their memories. Yeah. You know, the most important thing is making a difference in people's lives. The other thing is your development, growing in the company. Relationships, building relationships with your customers, your care assistants and management and the whole team.
Talk to me about development. What are the opportunities that are on offer for you, becoming a member of Bluebird Care?
Well, from going from a care assistant to a care supervisor, I've done safeguarding courses, so I'm safeguarding manager, supervisory management courses. I'm doing an Excel course at the moment. Like, there's plenty of opportunities. Whatever you want to do, Bluebird Care will support you and continue to grow.
Yeah, and the great thing is, it sounds like you can be working this whole time. You're still working, you're getting paid, but you're also growing. If you had the opportunity to talk to somebody that was interested in getting into the healthcare industry, what advice would you have for them?
Open-minded. Every day is different, so you have to be understanding, you have to be compassionate. Just be yourself, like it's ordinary people. They want to be at home and you're making a difference.
That obviously for you must be very rewarding. Like, you're really making a difference. Yeah.
So it's very rewarding. It is a very rewarding role. You always feel like you leave someone, they're safe, they're happy. It's a great feeling to know that you've made them feel that way. That's what it's about, making them safe, happy, comfortable, listen to. You're like a counsellor sometimes. And sometimes that break for the family is the only break they have for the day. Like you have people that'll go for the shopping while you're there because they know there's somebody with the family member.
Absolutely.
You're making a difference for the families as well. Bluebird Care are very flexible. They work with you. So you can give your availability. We have a lot of single mothers or women that want to go back to work that haven't worked in years. So they walk around you. So I started off part-time. Then I went full-time, then I went back to part-time. When I had my second child, I went part-time again. But now, like, they work with you so you can work evenings, weekends, whichever suits your home life.
So you're a team leader, but you're never left to your own devices.
No.
Should there be, you've got those supports above you and stuff. And in general, with your team, what kind of a bond do you think you have with the people that are working on your team?
We have a great bond. We all get on very well. We listen to each other, support each other. Everyone has their own roles, but they all link in together. So that's what makes it good. Like, we all work together.
If you were to look back now and you were faced with the same decision to start work and become part of Bluebird Care, would you do it all again?
In a heartbeat.
What would you do differently?
Nothing. I've enjoyed the journey. Like, I'm still growing, so who knows what next year will bring.
That's actually, so how long are you in the company?
Since 2016.
How many years?
6.
So 6 years, and you say you're still growing.
Yeah.
Like, that's really an amazing concept,
Brilliant.
So being a member of Bluebird Care is what I get this feel, it's more than just a job for you.
Yeah.
Tell me how really it feels to be such a change maker and difference maker in people's lives.
So it's more than a job, it's a vocation. So it's getting to know the patient, getting to know your customer, developing a relationship with them, understanding them, taking care of their care needs, emotionally, physically. You're comforting them, supporting them. And then, like, the family, you're giving them respite, even if they're only gone for an hour.
And even that, like, I'm sure, just even your relationship with the family, you become part of the family.
You do, and the family trust you, like, and that's so important. They have to trust you.
Absolutely.
And, like, it's huge that they can trust you. Sometimes you see them more than you see your own family because you're seeing them every day.
Yeah.
You're part of the family, really. They have to trust you. And you want them to trust you because that is their loved one, and you want the same for your loved ones.
And in terms of it being rewarding for you, how has being part of the Bluebird Care team changed your life?
It's made me a better person. I feel more self-worth and feel like a good person. You're making a difference.
Aisling, it was an absolute pleasure chatting with you today. Thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you.